Hello friends, welcome to this video on one of the interesting real world applications of the greedy method. Interesting real world application of greedy method, that is job sequencing with deadline problems. Okay, so imagine you are given a list of jobs. Imagine you are given list of jobs. Each job has a deadline. Each job has a deadline by which it must be completed, and a profit you earn if it's done on time. Profit earned if accomplished on time. Okay. And second point, your task is to schedule these jobs. Schedule the jobs to maximize profits, but there is a catch. Each job takes exactly 1 unit of time. Each job takes 1 unit of time, and only one job can be done at a time. Each job takes 1 unit of time, only one job at a time. So imagine this situation. How do we approach this? Imagine this situation. How do we approach this? How to approach? So we will approach this by using approach to the above problem is greedy strategy, and it is very simple. Okay. First, sort the jobs in descending order of profits. So, going through the definitions here, we have come into a video discussing the real world application of greedy method, that is job sequencing with deadline and maximizing profits. We are taking this scenario of real time example. We are imagining that we are given n number of jobs, and each job has job ID and it has a deadline, and the goal is to approach the maximum profits. Always the goal is to approach the maximum profit if the job is completed before or on its deadline. This is all through the definition. Objective. What is our objective? Schedule the jobs to maximize the total profit, ensuring that only one job is scheduled at a time. This is the criteria, and each job takes 1 unit of time. This also we have discussed. These two are the criteria. So, going through the example, putting this into a numerical example format. Numerical example format. Suppose we have 4 jobs. Job ID is job 1, J1, J2, J3, J4 respectively, and the deadline is 2, 1, 2, 1, and the profits attained by each job within the deadline is 100. For the first job is 100. Profit for the second job is 19. Profit for the third job is 27. Profit for the fourth job is 25. These profits are obtained if the jobs are done within their respective deadlines. So now what we have finalized, that we will go for a greedy strategy and approach for the above problem, which is very simple. How to approach a greedy strategy, we will look now in detail. The greedy strategy is simple. First, we'll sort the jobs in the descending order of the profits. So here we will sort the jobs in the descending order of the profit. Which is the biggest profit job? J1. And then which is the second biggest profit job? That is J3. And again, first is 100, first position. Second position is, this is descending order. So second position is 27, third position is 25, J4, and fourth position is the remaining job J2. This is the order. Sort the jobs in descending order of profits. First step, sort jobs in descending order of profits. Okay, this is the first step, because we want to prioritize the highest paying jobs. Why are we doing this? Because we want to prioritize highest paying jobs. Simple. Second step, next, for each job we try to schedule it in the latest available time slot before its deadline. So second step is, we will schedule the job in the latest available time slot. In latest available time slot before its deadline. Before its deadline. So if a slot is available, we place it there. If not, we'll move on. Okay. So now what is our sorted job list? J1, J3, J4 and J2. Now we schedule. J1 fits in slot 2. Okay. So J1 can be fitted in slot 2. Because J1 has a deadline of 2, so it can be fitted in slot 2. J3 can be fitted in slot 1. Okay. J4 and J2 can be skipped because slots are already taken. We have only 2 slots. Okay. So we have only slot 1 and 2. Okay. J3 and J1 can be placed in either of the slots because they can take, they have 2 slots. They can, either of one can take slot 1 or slot 2. So we can put J1 in slot 2 and J3 in slot 1. There are only 2 slots, J4 and J2 are skipped. Okay. So what is the total profit now? Total profit is equal to, J1 is 100 plus J3 is 27 equal to 127 is the total profit. This greedy approach works well because the problem has greedy choice property and optimal substructure. Okay. We have already said that our goal is to schedule jobs to maximize profits. That's why in the first step itself, we have sorted the jobs in the descending order of their profits, prioritizing highest paying jobs. Okay. Always here the goal is to maximize the profit. Greedy strategy: use a greedy approach to maximize profit first by choosing the job with highest profit and schedule it to the latest available slot before its deadline. Okay. Greedy algorithm steps. This we have discussed till now. Sort all the jobs in the descending order of the profits. Initialize an array. So we'll look the steps and pseudo algorithm at a time. Sort all jobs in the descending order of profits. So sorting the jobs based on descending order of their profits, reverse is equal to true. Okay, this is doing the descending of the profit. So initializing an array slot to keep the track of free time slots. Okay, we will initialize an array so that we'll keep the track of time slots. So initially we are initializing the length of job, how many jobs are there, results and slots. We are initializing the variables here. What is the result? To store job result. What is the slot? To keep track of the free slots. For jobs, in jobs, we are running a loop of each job. We are running loop for each job here. Running loop for each job. Find a free slot for this job. We are finding for example, if we are going through job 1, then we'll find the free slot for the job. For J in range, we are selecting whether the slot is available or not. If the slot is there, then we are fixing the job. If the slot is not there, then we are breaking and going for another slot. So in this case, what are we trying to do in this pseudo code is that first we will sort jobs by profit here in this step 1, and we store the final job IDs in the scheduled position, and slots will keep track of whether a time slot is occupied or free here, and placing each job, for each job trying to find the latest available slot before its deadline. If the free slot is found, assigning job to that slot. Okay. Finally, we'll return the scheduled jobs. Some jobs may not be scheduled if the slots are not available. We are doing only 4 simple steps. That is, first step is sorting all jobs in the descending order of the profit, initializing result and slot arrays. Here, initializing result and slot arrays, and third, try placing each job. For each job, trying to find the latest available slot. Before the deadline, before its deadline is step 3. If the free slot is found, If the free slot is found, assigning the job to that slot. Okay, this all comes under step 3. And finally, return the scheduled job. Return the scheduled job is the 4th step. So what is the time complexity observed here in scheduling the jobs? Sorting is going with O of n log n. It is simple. In case of sorting in descending order, it is going with O of big O of n log n in the first step, and scheduling is the second step. It is taking O of big O of n square. This is the example taken and explained in detail above. So what is the scheduled or selected jobs? That is J3 in slot 1 and J1 in slot 2. Total profit is 127. So what are the available time slots? What were the available time slots in the example? Only 2 time slots were there. You can check. Only 2 time slots were available. 2, 1, 2, 1. Only 2 time slots were available. So we scheduled J3 in slot 1, scheduled J3 in slot 1, scheduled J1 in slot 2. So what are the applications of job scheduling using greedy strategy? Okay. Where greedy job sequencing is useful. Simply applications where greedy job sequencing is used. Okay. Scheduling tasks in cloud computing. Okay. Deadline based CPU job scheduling. Deadline based. This is the constraint. Resource allocation with time sensitive task. Resource allocation with time sensitive task. Maximize revenue in manufacturing pipelines. So, how it is used in cloud computing? Assigning tasks to virtual machines. Okay. Here we are assigning task to virtual machines. Assigning tasks to virtual machines. Virtual machines to maximize usage. And how it is used in CPU job scheduling? CPU job scheduling based on deadlines to ensure timely executions. Okay. In cloud computing, it is assigned. This job sequencing is used to assign tasks to virtual machines to maximize usage. In how it is used in CPU job scheduling, because to attain timely executions. How it is used in resource allocation? Allocate limited resources to time sensitive tasks. Allocate resources that are limited to time sensitive task before for the best results. Okay, maximizing revenue in manufacturing pipelines. Sequencing jobs to maximize revenue, or in the descending order of profits. To maximize revenue. What are the limitations of greedy job sequencing? All jobs must take only 1 unit of time. 1 unit of time. Each job can only be scheduled once. Only once, and only one job will be scheduled at a time. It does not consider dependencies between jobs. So this is the major limitation, that it does not consider any dependencies on other jobs. Okay, thank you.